Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I am Brett Mayo.
And I am Brandon Mayo.
And I'm Matthew Mayo.
And last night we watched
Hiya!
Hiya! Three Ninja.
Three Ninjas, 1992 classic.
Normal broadcasting will be discontinued for an indefinite period.
Thanks for warning.
They walk among us.
Now they're watching us too, huh?
I saw something. I swear to God. I saw it.
I'll make it easy for you.
A remarkable first attempt.
That's what this film is all about.
Was it 92?
I
Yes.
No, I believe you. I'm just surprised.
I
I
don't
actually
know.
thought this was an 80s film.
should've done
No.
my research.
It was at the
Is it
end.
92?
Well, it's 92. It's at the end. Well, not the end. It's kind of hard to say when White Guy Karate stopped.
Whoa,
Never.
But
never.
80s.
It's coming back.
This is when
It was an
the
executive
80s
order.
made
First
it
of all,
big.
those kids are part Japanese.
Oh, yeah, okay, let's do that.
1/50th.
And then this is what got kids buying Ninja Stars and nunchucks, at flea markets.
Well, this and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, yeah.
Same.
I didn't want to
All
put
the
that
same
hate
train.
on Ninja
No,
Turtles,
it's
though.
not. It's not the same thing. Ninja Turtles is like if you took your favorite characters in this movie and turned them into the karate guys.
Well, Ninja Turtles is like they actually do karate. This is like Home Alone meets Ninja Turtles.
This is a lot of things.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, Ninja Turtles, they all have a cool personality. These kids all seem like the same person
They
besides
do.
Tum Tum.
Even he, though. Like,
Yeah, just have
That's
a piece
got a
of licorice in
personality.
your mouth.
I feel like we're
I'm
taking
Tum
shots
Tum.
at a movie unfairly right now.
no, what's happening?
Oh, I like this movie, but it's definitely Home Alone more than it is Karate Alone. I don't know.
I was very confused at parts, but we'll get to them, I'm sure. They were
I
parts.
love this movie. I do. The
I watched it, so, I mean.
Okay,
You
that's something.
Son of a bitch.
Um,
You watched the shorter version, Matt. The version Brendan and I watched is 96 minutes.
we took
Mine
more time
was
out of our
like
day to
80?
enjoy it.
Yours was 84. You couldn't even be
Yeah.
bothered to watch a longer version.
What was there 12 minutes of
We need
that
to-
possibly got added to
We
this
need to get on
film?
the same page when we distribute this out. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that's not something you think of, though, normally. Like, hey,
No,
make
why
sure
the-
you watch the
yeah,
international
why would a
version.
podcast
Three
about watching
ninjas.
movies make sure they watch the same movie? It's like watching Murder She Wrote episodes and watching the same one. Fuck that.
Honestly, the fact that they had it international was kind of wild to me because it's like you guys whitewashed this entire cast and you felt comfortable shotgunning this out to the world.
Yeah, 90s were different.
It really was. No, I watched it with the whole family last night, and the first thing Brittany texted me, she's like, "None of these kids look Japanese at all. That's not their grandpa."
Well,
I
that's
was
because
like-
the white power overruled it.
Well, so they showed the grandpa, not to get into the movie, but the grandpa's got a super white wife, and that makes a pretty white daughter, and she marries a super white husband, which makes extremely white children.
It got diluted fast. It was.
Yeah, that husband pulls up his pants so tight in his ass, though, man. His whiteness overruled that Japanese. I don't like the dad, man.
Well, he's a nothing character. He's
I
an
know.
absolute nothing.
He's
How about
not.
him in the
He's
fucking-
the best, though.
I just got to bring it up. I'm jumping ahead right now, but I've got to bring it up. He's in the driveway when the grandpa brings the kids home, and it looks like he's telling his partner first, like, I want you to do this in the office tomorrow. Thanks for dropping me off, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which, A, why would he drop you off? But then I was surprised when I'm like, oh, he's not being dropped off. He's going with him. So those orders he was barking, he got in the fucking car and left.
Well,
Yeah, they have
kids
little
are home.
talks.
I don't feel like being a parent tonight.
I know.
Let's go.
He's seen him, and he was like, oh, shit, I didn't know it was the
Damn it.
7th already. Let's go.
I didn't know.
Yeah, Tum Tum.
Your dad loves you all. Does he, Mom? We haven't
but-
seen him in 3 years.
The dad, the grandpa bad mouthing the dad though, like he needs to spend more time with his kids, and I'm like,
He's right.
but he does. But hey, don't say that with the kids right there, you know.
No, what happened is Tum Tum was born, and he looked at him and he was like, "Ah, fuck this, I'm out." He just walked away.
Can't divorce right now, but is this movie kind of like in that same vein of like American Beauty, where it's showing just like
What? How do you
middle
connect
class suburbia? It's just so miserable for people in the '90s that they would do anything to
This
not
movie
like
is in
be part
no
of that
way.
family.
that?
It's
Like,
no way
I,
like
no, I
American
like to
Beauty.
connect.
No,
it
no,
now.
but what I'm saying is like American Beauty. Like there's a lot of films around that time, like
Wait,
Office Space, American Beauty.
'Cause
It's not Man on Fire. It's
I like that connection too.
But yeah, it's that whole like having a family, nuclear family sucks. Being middle class
It's
sucks.
what
and
is it? The Don Dilio guy, White Noise. It's like the middle American suburbia is destroying itself from within or something. You know.
Wait,
Yeah.
what Man on Fire movie are you talking
yeah.
about?
No, not Man on Fire.
I love
it
that.
is-
I love that. I don't care. It's Man on Fire.
I
Okay,
need to
fine.
know.
Man on Fire.
No,
It wasn't Man on Fire though. It's
Who's
a
the
film. It's a
actor?
guy. Oh god, it's one of those '90s white guy actors that you couldn't. There's
mean,
no
Brad
name in
Pitt,
him.
Tom
Fight Club could
Cruise.
almost fall under that branch too, you know, but in an extreme radical sense.
You know what? The film will pop in my head eventually.
I don't really want to move on until we hear it.
There's a part. He's like at the fast food restaurant, and they're like giving him crap, and he pulls a gun out on him.
What?
It's been a long time since I've seen this film, and I'm trying. You can look up exactly that.
And he
Yeah.
pulls a gun on him.
It's probably just going to be a lot of Fight Club videos on Twitter. So
Pulls a gun on him. I was getting like mixed with like Boogie Nights or something. in
Falling
there.
down?
Falling down.
let me look at it.
I
No.
know that.
Oh, I think it is falling down.
I do
Yeah,
not
it's falling
know.
down.
Okay. Well, hey, we did it, everyone. Let's go home.
Oh my God, it's Michael Douglas was the name.
Yeah.
Is the actor?
Hey,
in
Michael
that.
Douglas was awesome back in the day. I don't
No, he is. I'm just saying. I had a hard time picking him out though. But yeah,
I'm not on the Douglas train that much.
Really?
He's got good movies, I guess. You know, I have never finished the game from start to end.
That's one of those movies I kind of like, just because I remember watching it as a kid, but I don't think it's good.
I always hear good things still. It's just there's something. I think it's Sean Penn's in it, right, as his brother or
That's
something.
his brother. Yeah.
And the whole Sean Penn can like. There's movies that are good with him in it. Sometimes though, when he pops up, I'm just like, fuck this. I'm gonna go take a shit.
I have not seen this film.
The game?
Yeah,
Oh, I think you
I'm-
should actually.
yeah,
I mean,
You
I just-
haven't even seen it, Brandon. What the fuck are you talking?
he's seen the first half of it. You know,
there are
I-
good parts. It's
I
I
like
can
it.
acknowledge my hate pushes me away.
I do like it, but I don't know that that means it's a good movie.
Is that David Fincher?
It has to be David Fincher, honestly.
Is that-
I mean, it
I mean,
really
of course
does,
it has
though.
to- Oh, I wanted to go back to this. So the American Beauty thing. I like to think though that instead of the Nazi neighbor, the the Axis power neighbor we have is the white dad who loves the Japanese instead, and he's like, he goes
you're
in
gonna
there.
grow
And
up imperial.
he looks at his plates, and instead of a Nazi symbol in the background, it's got a Japanese symbol. It's like, yeah.
The rising sun.
I will say it seems like the dad hates Japan. Seems a little racist.
So what does he hate? Fucking his wife?
It's I mean,
His wife is white.
He-
Okay.
he would never have known until he met her dad.
He's like, "That's your dad." Oh,
Oh,
God.
that's it.
why wasn't he
was-
at the wedding?
Enamored with her, and then he's like, "Let's go meet my dad." And he goes, meets him, and he sees him. He's like, "Excuse me, 1 second. I gotta go use the bathroom." No, no, no!
This is a lie.
An enemy among us.
Hey, any chance were you adopted?
I
No?
actually think
Ow.
it's more likely that because his her dad was teaming up with the bad guy for a little bit, that he was undercover and married her undercover. He's stuck with those fucking kids undercover.
And his
still.
partner is his actual lover.
Yeah, I think this entire family is just a lie.
Yeah,
And he's just trying to bring down the grandpa.
It
right
goes
back
with
to the
Matt's.
American Beauty. Yeah,
Yes, once again, I like this.
yeah. We're just seeing it from the kid's perspective. If you saw it from the dad perspective, it'd be a lot more depressing. It's just him avoiding his family at the office, getting
This
into like
is-
dangerous gunfights to try to die. Like,
This is like White Noise turned into a Japanese movie. I don't know what to call it, actually. Yeah, I like this.
Frank, why don't you ever see your kid? I send him off to do karate training.
I'm not gay. Why do you
Tired
keep
of
going out with your partner? He treats me better than you
He
can.
makes me feel whole.
He's the only one
Because
that
he's not
gets me.
Japanese.
It's the opposite.
He's seen things I've seen, but yeah,
And
I'll
cuts the
stand by
samurai
my
cop.
terrible.
Mix in there and he goes, because he's got a huge black member. I forgot that fucking movie.
It's a classic.
This is usually the part of the podcast where we talk about the cast of the movie. Though.
Victor Wong.
Victor Wong.
And
Which-
Professor Tanaka.
By the way, I freely admit this. I know how bad it sounds. I thought Victor Wong was also Mr. Miyagi. I thought it
On
was
today's
Mr. Miyagi.
episode
I thought
of
it was
Know You're
Big
Racist.
Trouble in Big Trouble in Little China. I thought he was this movie. I just
Wait,
thought
he
that
is?
man trained every white guy in how to do karate ever.
Is he not Big Trouble in Little China? Because
He
if
is,
so,
he is.
Victor
oh,
Wong
okay,
is.
thank God. Thank
What
God.
is
I was
that?
like, wait a minute.
But I will say, it's not like we grew up watching Karate Kid all the time.
I don't like Karate Kid that much.
I like
I don't either.
Three Ninjas better than Karate Kid.
Yeah, I'll go with that too.
Yeah, I
But
don't. did not
I
like
will
Karate
say
Kid.
I knew they were separate people.
don't
When I
care.
saw that text, I was like, huh?
Mr. Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi is the cleaned up version of this guy.
I know, but I just thought he was a good actor.
It gets into the role.
yeah.
Did you
The
think
role being martial artist.
when Victor Wong turns into his stunt double, that's him being Mr. Miyagi? Because that guy is a different person.
Boys, their grandpa's actually kind of an asshole to them. Did I say I needed help?
Oh, I wanted to, the bad guy makes him look like a bitch, and he goes immediately to bitch those kids out.
Yeah, like-
immediately. He takes
Yeah, his
he tuna
feelings got hurt.
casseroles them.
Yeah, he got embarrassed and he took it out on them.
I don't care that I got stabbed, you dumbass. Don't get in the way. Grandpa, you're bleeding. We should
It's
probably
because
actually talk about what
you,
happened in this
Tum-Tum.
film.
Yeah, we kind of are though.
We are.
We're talking about it. So the movie was made in 1992. The movie Brandon and I watched was 96 minutes long. And that's the international version that was available on Amazon for rent. And the movie Matt watched was 84
Whoa.
minutes long.
And YouTube
That
for
it was
free.
free on YouTube.
Why
I
don't
did the
you all
YouTube
tell
one,
me
too.
these things?
The free on YouTube or the international version?
Just free on YouTube.
I figured you'd look like we all did, right?
Well,
It's
what
any
happens?
ninja.
My
It's
rule is any
1992.
kids movie in the 90s is free on YouTube.
Yeah,
That's kind of how
unless
it works.
It's Disney. Disney.
Yeah, but even then,
We'll
it might
strike
be on
that
there under a weird name.
Yeah, but how good are the closed captions on YouTube?
I don't watch with closed captions, so I
I
don't.
always watch with closed captions. You never know what you're gonna miss.
You know,
That-
that's fair.
See, I do that
That's
sometimes. I've been watching Full Metal Alchemist though again, and I hate the subtitles because they are totally different than what they're saying, and I'm like,
Yeah, because it's the actual translation, not
and
the...
I read this,
Duh.
and then I hear this, and my mind's like, huh? So who's
My
good?
favorite-
Who's bad?
My favorite is in the shows where what you read is way better than what they're saying.
Yeah,
Oh,
And it's like, God damn it.
We had that.
Dark was like that.
Goddamn dark. Hello.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Huh.
Hi
You think he
there.
would come over here? It's almost like
He's
Matt
looking
Berry doing everybody's voice.
Man,
Hello there.
you and he were buddies.
Buddy,
weren't
time travel buddies. What?
Yeah.
you?
And then the woman talks. Yes.
Yes, we were buddies.
So this movie was made on a very cheap budget. You can tell.
Yeah.
You can it. All the karate scenes were shot either from far away or with the mask on or from behind
Or just turned into Home Alone.
yeah. That's
And,
it.
Yeah, a lot of the karate was just swinging wildly and hoping
Yeah,
something connected.
And
If you just yell that,
That's
you
way
can't
too
kick
much
anybody
energy,
out.
though.
yeah,
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
yeah,
Hiya.
But Victor Wong's production company is the one who made this one. So
Yeah,
Well,
wonder-
they made a good amount of money for $2.5 million. They turned it into $29 million.
Yeah.
That's not including like VHS and DVD sales, which I bet were crazy for. this
I
film.
can tell you, we bought the shit out of that movie.
Yeah, it's. I'm always curious how much movies make all that stuff. I wish they published it.
Me too.
But
Big VHS. If you're out there,
We wanna know.
We want to know.
big VHS.
Maybe Trump will sign an executive order forcing them to release the information.
The Democrats
Give me the
have been
VHS
using
info.
fake science. This is peer reviewed.
The one time he could say
VHS.
fake science, I'm like, that makes sense in this context.
Yeah, you know what? Dang it, Trump, you're right.
No, that,
I've been wanting to buy a VHS player again just to watch them. It sounds
Why?
fun.
it's
Oh,
it's not like
actually, I have a
records where
story.
you get a better sound or better picture.
You don't get a better sound.
I
for it.
actually
You get
have a
warmer
story
sound.
about VHS. Yeah. My friend Jordan called me the other day, and he was like, he went and got stuff from his parents' house that they've kept there forever. And he was like, "You're not gonna believe this, man! I found my old VHS TV. You know, the VHS.
Yeah,
built
that
into
has it
TV.
on the bottom.
Yeah, and I'm like, what VHS movies do you have? And he's like, you're not gonna believe this. I have all the Ronald McDonald VHS films.
You think did his parents steal yours?
That was like, you should watch them right now, man.
That's
Actually,
like, I
will you
actually
ask
do
him if he
believe
wants
it.
to sell that TV?
So, on top of that, related, we found out there was a sixth film that never got made to VHS, and it was only available digitally because people released it years later. So,
Of Ronald McDonald stuff.
of Ronald McDonald, yeah.
Trump sign the executive order. Get this thing released.
It's out. No, it's online. Like, you can
on
find it. No one's.
VHS.
Oh yeah, well, that's. I put it on vinyl.
You're welcome.
Hey, I love that it sounds almost like the George Lucas Star Wars holiday special, where it was so bad and he disowned it that it would have disappeared if not from the fans.
He would stop.
And these people were like, no, release the Ronald McDonald tapes. Get them
We
out
need-
there.
We need this. I know there was a 6-1.
Everybody who came out of it was like, a bit of a letdown.
I don't know what we were expecting, but
Yeah.
we deserved that.
That weird dog thing at the beginning.
The chicken nuggets that are the children of the chicken who fight. That's a weird one to me.
They're all weird.
It's like
but
you're
the
just
dog,
ground
though,
up
is
corpses.
just
Like
all real monsters. Their teacher
They're
turned
all
into
monsters.
a dog. It's got the
yeah, they're-
lipstick nose too, where you're like, is that a red rocket on its
it's
nose?
got like maybe mange. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all monsters, though.
It looks like a dog that grandma would foster and take care of.
That's
I'm
harsh.
gonna get it right.
That's harsh to that dog, yes.
And then it
because
would
grandma's
get
dogs
really,
are trash.
And live like 20 years or something.
Yeah. It's even bigger than Ronald McDonald had it. The guy who owns a burger house couldn't get his dog as fat as you can, Grandma.
Do you think they have to pull the dog off the chicken nugget kids? Like, that has to be like a real threat.
He's killed
You
another
can always
one.
make more, Birdie. Yeah.
Yeah. Get pumping, Birdie. Also, due to the success of this movie, we had, 3 sequels? 3 Ninjas Kick Back, 3 Ninjas Knuckle Up,
That's amazing.
and 3 Ninjas High Noon at Macon Mountain, which sounds like a Disney movie.
Is it a
And The
Western
Devil
one?
Wears Nada. No, I'm just kidding. I've been trying to incorporate that into my everyday life.
Nice. What?
So
So what I will
Ninja's
say
not
is
out.
the second sequel I remember being decent, but you could tell right away there was a drop off.
Is it
and
the
then the
fourth one where
third-
Hulk Hogan's in it?
I thought that was the third.
It might be. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah,
It's
brother.
an amusement park.
Yeah, either way, the first one I think is pretty well produced. The second one goes downhill, and after that, it's trash. Three Ninjas.
I read a piece of trivia
Ninja.
online when I was
Yeah, the
looking this up.
fourth one is Hulk Hogan.
It said, the kids' ninjas' name reflect their personalities. Rocky, confident and solid. Colt, wild and untamed. And Tum Tum, always hungry. And I'm like,
All right, let's.
I'm pretty sure
Damn.
the old man explained that, but also it does not make sense.
Yeah. Well, so I always thought the name Colt was badass, and he was my favorite growing up. But because I was the youngest of the brothers, I always had to be Tum Tum, which was fucking bullshit.
Nobody
He's a
signs up.
nothing character.
Nobody signs up for Tum Tum.
No one signed that. They didn't
I
even want
looked
him
at-
there.
I looked at PA yesterday. And I was like, "I'm sorry, but you're Tum Tum. You have to be."
Sorry, Tum
She's
Tum.
like, "I don't want to be Tum Tum."
She doesn't have to be
Don't
Tum
cry
Tum.
about
We
it.
can all be Colt.
No, you can't. But
Yeah,
honestly,
it diminishes Colt.
the difference between Colt and Rocky is Colt's like a year younger, and Rocky tries to act more mature.
Rocky is bossy. That's
Yeah.
it. He's like, hey, don't start karate yet. And Coach's like,
No,
man, we're
not
going to
yet.
end up doing it anyway. So let's just fucking jump to the end.
Yeah.
We always do it.
Yeah.
Colt.
And then Coach over there, like, flicking his hand in the wave, like, come here. And I'm like, man, right there, you're inciting some violence, all right? You're a dick.
I don't think we've even like got to the beginning of this film.
Okay.
I
well,
mean, all right.
No, it's not a problem. It's just funny though. 'cause-
Do you know these kids trained for a couple of months before?
no, they did.
No,
Yes,
no, they didn't.
did.
No, they
No,
didn't.
they got out
Where
of
do you-
homework and had Capri Suns and
Yeah, there's
play
I-
soccer or something.
Where
Many
did
of the
you get
stunts were performed by the young actors themselves.
No,
and I'm sitting here
what
watching it.
stunts.
That's it. That's it exactly. And that's why they did train, because there was nothing to
Well,
train about.
There's some nunchucking that they're decent at. I will say
Yeah,
that.
there's parts when they're like hanging off stuff too. I mean, it's not like high,
Yeah.
but like
But like actual fighting interaction is not stunts. There's no
Don't you
I don't
love
know.
that this whole movie uses the word ninja as like as a everything, like a play for everything. It's a verb. It's a noun. Everything.
we got a ninja. What is a ninja? Are you true ninja? Oh yeah, he has an army of ninjas.
Let's go
that
ninja
one's
up.
my favorite.
Huh?
It's time to ninja.
Yeah. Where is it?
I don't know.
where's what?
I was looking to see if there's anything else we need to touch on before.
No, I think we got it.
Yeah, we got the cast. We've kind of
did good.
actually laid everything out there to give a general idea. Brett, start us out. How does the movie roll out?
Yeah, how
So-
does your movie start out?
It starts out like a typical
Man on Fire movie.
karate movie, except it's like
Ninja
we're
on
in the
fire.
middle because there's an old Japanese man training people in karate. Except it's like we get to jump in the middle. We don't have to show them as like shitty karate users. They're already
Thank God.
users. I mean, yes, they are, but they're also good enough to beat up a bunch of adults.
Who have been training their whole life.
Yeah.
And probably have like
that
100
was-
pounds on them.
Ella pointed out yesterday, she's like, it's embarrassing when a little kid can beat up an adult, but she's like, it's really embarrassing when a little kid can beat up a guy dressed up as a ninja, which means
Yeah.
he's been training his whole life.
That's a very good point, Alan. That's-
It's just very hurtful.
Not only is it, and this is preteen kids, all right? So it's not like, well, we got the 14-year-old who grew up to be 6'2" or 6'6"
Yeah.
already.
We're not
We
talking
gotta-
about LeBron James as a kid.
Yeah.
Here's my son. Hey.
We're talking about a Tum Tum, a
He's
Rocky, and a
240.
Colt that look like kind of the same guy.
Yeah, Tum Tum's 6 years old.
Okay?
Yeah, these aren't CW kids. These are like actual
Yeah.
kids too.
They're
like-
not in like their moody phase yet.
Yeah,
I do
they're
appreciate
They're not 24-year-olds.
They weren't afraid to like cast younger looking, like they felt like kids. I kind of like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
On that note,
gives
they
it
weren't
that.
afraid to cast anybody.
Well, they were not a. They were afraid to cast actual Japanese kids. I will say that's.
Yeah, and I mean they were also afraid to actually cast actors, right?
What are you talking about? Rocky's a great rock on screen.
They
Hey,
got these
they made
got-
gold with what they had to work
They
with.
got this
okay?
cast
That's
out of a Big Lots catalog. Okay.
Listen, when I said we should do this movie, I didn't sign up for us roasting it.
Hey
I'm
man,
not
We're
here
not
for
roasting it.
that.
I can.
We're
roast
we're
and
approaching it
love.
on its terms.
Most
which
movies
is-
I love deserve to be roasted, and this one deserves it.
This one is a great watch, and Matt may not like it because he didn't have the nostalgia feeling that I had. But you know what? My kids liked it, Matt.
Maybe I should have watched it as a kid. I might have watched it as a kid.
Yeah. No.
It's no Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, you were too busy.
One,
two,
putting
or
on
three.
Balto.
Bato. Uncle
Let's-
Bortus.
okay.
Uncle Bortus.
Balto. Hey man, you want to watch some Balto?
I'm sorry, that was Grandma. She
Well,
used
yeah,
to say
what
it all
the
the time.
That
Do you
sounded
not
like.
remember?
I know, but that sounded.
Balto, man.
That sounds like the seagull from Little Mermaid, though.
I kind of do like a great grandma
You gotta
voice
do a-
sometimes when I do grandma.
And mix a Betty and a Francis in there.
Yeah.
And throw it in a blender. Sweet surrender. See,
Did you ever
yeah,
hear
too
great
much of a
grandma?
harshness there.
Did you ever hear great grandma and grandma like argue?
Yeah.
Like
It's,
the TV
No.
would be at like 75 and you couldn't hear anything and they're just like, Dorothy, I told you I didn't want to watch this. And grandma's like talking to her and they don't realize they're like screaming at each other. And I can't hear anything because the TV's just like, help, I fallen, I can't get up.
I feel like that's when you should just be over there, like, turn on death metal and headbang. Like, yeah. Me too, Grandma.
Anyways, these three kids, are fighting with their grandpa. He's training them on karate. He's trying to train them not just in the art of karate, but the lifestyle of karate.
Also,
So
how to
everything they do-
assassinate
art.
somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they do jump
Yeah.
him. Tum Tum runs in front of his car and he almost runs the little boy over.
Well,
He even talks about that later, like,
Like, I
Yeah.
could have killed you, boy.
yeah, I could have, like, you didn't almost have me. All I had to do was keep driving and you were dead.
I said
Which
it
is
in
fair.
the text. The next move after this is the Clockwork Orange knocking on a door and be like, "Help! My buddy's out here. We've been in a serious accident. Someone's hurt." And they open it,
Grandpa.
and then you kill everybody inside because that's what they are training for.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely little monsters.
And
I kind of get the dad's point now, though, because they're not just learning karate. Like, you know, they're coming home and talking about that at school. What you learn with your grandpa? I learned how to assassinate a political figure, is what I learned how to
Yep.
do.
and
You just
Tum
drop in
Tum-
front of his motorcade, shuriken to the head. Like,
At the end of the training, Tum Tum just learns how to kick a dummy in the nuts continuously.
lot.
He's just going at it, man. And I'm like, oh shit, Tum Tum, you got
to be fair,
this
if you
feeling.
don't
know.
practice that, you know.
The whole time, that's all he's doing. He doesn't aim for any of the other spots. It's just nut shot after nut shot.
And he did that to his dad when he came home. You know he did. He said, Jesus
yeah.
Christ, where'd you learn
I
that?
told you. God damn it.
I'm gonna
I don't
kill
want
your
them doing
grandpa.
karate anymore.
We have guns. We can
I'm
just use guns.
I'm gonna go out to the garage and lift weights like the guy from
yeah.
American Beauty.
yeah.
I don't even know their mom's name.
Oh.
Do they tell us?
Mom. I
I don't-
think.
yeah, mom. There we go. I did want to say,
Daughter.
touch on one thing. The biggest person who actually came from this
Wife.
is the director. He,
Something like Turtle.
John Turtletop. He did
Yeah.
Cool Runnings,
Oh
While
my
You Were
God.
Sleeping,
Oh,
National
Bill
Treasure,
Pullman.
and The Meg.
National
What?
Treasure.
National Treasure, and it's
Oh
sequel.
my
It's a good show right
God.
there, boys.
So,
That makes him
do
amazing.
you think Dad would watch this movie and see some things that he found familiar?
yeah.
I'm starting to see it.
You know what? I think this movie's a classic.
Is that not crazy though?
Yeah, it is actually. How do you have a highlight like That's weird movie after weird movie, honestly.
Cool Runnings, man.
Cool Runnings
imagine-
hilarious.
I imagine they have like a pile of like bad scripts, and they're like, "Get that turtle guy. There's a chance he can do something with this." Jamaican bobsled
Phenomenon.
team. Do 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 do.
But
Yeah,
I derailed us
Phenomenon's
there.
pretty much adult Book of Henry, honestly.
I think we even brought that up. In
Yeah,
Book of Henry.
it is.
God, that movie.
it's perfect.
John Travolta squandered his Pulp Fiction resurrection, didn't he? He did that and Michael. Do you remember Michael?
The
Oh,
angel.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
fucking
God.
angel one.
He also did Face Off.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And Swordfish.
Okay, that's not helping it.
Now, I like when I say these movies out loud, I'm like, did he actually have a revival?
He had steady work.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was disappearing before Pulp Fiction is the thing.
I'll take
no?
your word for it. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to the John Travolta scene in.
God, you missed a
94.
lot.
Here's the
was
thing.
a- it was a
you
whole
still
thing.
know about Travolta at this age and time. So I think
That's
he
fair.
had something
That's
because
fair.
before that he had Grease. Well, actually, he had What is it called? Blowout.
Grease.
The Brian De Palma film, where he's the audio engineer.
Yeah.
That's a really good one, but it's not like
Saturday
anybody's-
Night Fever or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that would see what I'm saying though. He would have
Wait,
cut
or
off
was it
at,
Boogie
like
Nights? It
musical
was Saturday
slash
Night.
dancing movies.
It's not Boogie Nights for sure.
No, yeah, it was Saturday night.
It's Saturday night.
I don't know.
Yeah.
These kids would have got along well with the Book of Henry kid, though.
They
I'm
would've
just saying.
kicked his ass. Easy.
Yeah, but he'd been like, "I need to kill my neighbor," and they'd be like, "Yeah, no problem, bro. Give us like 5 minutes."
Whoa!
That-
Don't make me White Knight defend that girl. I'll go
Have you
save
seen-
her right now.
Rocky loves. I don't know that kid's name.
Rocky
don't you
looks at
just
his
put-
girlfriend.
Miralax in his drink every night, and he'll never have time to go see her.
But
Henry, just take a shuriken back of the head, bud. Bam.
Rocky would look at the girl though, because it'd be his girlfriend. He'd be like, "Can I do it now?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, I've been shaking my head yes for
Yeah.
fucking 10 years, you
Yeah,
asshole."
it's
And he's like, "All right."
Show off.
And then Hank turns around and just beats the fuck out of him.
No, he could take him.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Kick him in the nuts.
they are constantly fighting their grandpa like in a playful way. He's training them up like crazy. And then
What for? We don't know.
they talk about how their dad would not be happy about them learning
To kick
ninjutsu.
people in the
Karate. Yeah, and then it goes to their dad, right?
Oh, not
'Cause-
yet, because they get mask on. They get the masking, right?
I
That's
don't
such an ugly
think.
mask, Grandpa.
I don't think in my version they wear the mask, but he does show them the mask.
Yeah, I don't know that they put the mask on either. They get it for their naming day, and they all
Yeah.
get names. The oldest is Rocky because he's rock steady. The
Yeah,
next one
So,
is Colt.
so
and then Tom
does he
Tom.
explain their names here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so in my version, they don't bring any of that shit up. When he takes him home, he randomly mentions to their dad, like one of the kids goes, "I'm called Tum Tum now," and then he goes through and says their names and why they're named that. That was my version of the naming day. And I'm like, this is kind of weird to just like drop in the driveway right
Yeah,
now while I'm
'cause
watching this film. Like I'm 20 minutes in and we're just like, by the way, I'm Rocky. It's like, I didn't know who you were, Rocky. Like, yeah, so I didn't have a naming day.
That's okay. You didn't miss much. But then they reference their dad, and then it goes to a guy driving a limo, and you're like, oh, is their dad a limo driver? Or...
I was thinking Secret Service. Like,
I hope I remember the note I have for when the white guy ninjas come visit the grandpa in the limousine. I can't-
it's
you know what?
Oh,
I'm going to
terrible
say it
ninjas.
here. So, no, I'll do it later. Let's do it organically and see if I can remember.
deal. So they pull into like a building and it's a sting operation for the bad guy, who is
Yeah.
surprise, surprise, like another white ninja.
with a cool ponytail. He actually kind of looks like a younger version of Justin Theroux a little bit.
Oh my
Oh, yeah,
God!
I can see
Oh my
that,
God!
yeah.
My notes on here say, "Damn it! You stole my joke, you asshole." Where is it? Oh, bad guy is a gnarled up Justin Theroux from Leftovers. He looks like the leftovers of Justin Theroux.
He carries this film. He hammed it up. Like, they definitely told him, they're like, hey, no one else is going to bring anything to this film, so
Hey,
just go wild, chew it
That's
up.
not
He
true.
did, man. He brought
did.
the
He was
energy,
good.
And I just want to know, like, in the '80s when you were getting your like MBA or whatever, were they giving out that mixed with karate classes or something?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like, to run a business, you must also know how to kick.
I think what it
Must
was
kick
is he grew
to
up
breathe.
karateing and thought, I can kick people's ass. I should also like make money off of them. Like, so he was always seeking power after learning how to kick people's
So
ass.
if Rocky
You
didn't
should
learn
second.
how to tame Colt, that's what would happen to them,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, that guy seemed pretty successful. He had an army of ninjas.
Yeah,
so.
he was doing all right.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
great.
He had a
honestly.
missile cell going on later in
I
one
know.
part. And I'm like, this is too much. This is too
Why-
much.
yeah, like you know, he goes home at night saying, "I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep."
What the
He goes, no. He goes, I'm in
That's
too
some
deep.
Lethal
I'm in
Weapon
too
stuff.
deep. Hiya, I'm in too
Hiya.
deep.
I just
I can
wanted
punch my
that.
way out of this.
I wanted that shredder lifestyle, and somehow I'm a weapon stealer.
And by that,
I
I
have so
meant
much
paper
blood on my
shredder.
hands.
I wanted paper shredder. Hiya.
I've destabilized the Middle
Yeah.
East.
Got so much goddamn blood on my hands.
God will
Yes,
forgive
man.
me. But yeah, they bust him, and like even one of the FBI cops is like, yeah, there were mortars and missiles and grenades in there. It's like, what was he doing?
But not
But he
only
gets
that,
away.
he does get away because he also has an army of ninjas awaiting the FBI, and they all fight, and he kind of runs away, and then he kind of kicks a couple asses, and he jumps on a helicopter. It's a real cool scene, but he's got so many damn ninjas that like all the ones he sicks on the FBI get caught and beat up, and somehow he's still got like hundreds.
He's got
Yeah.
a like a
You know what he
carrier
did.
ship full of them. Still
But,
after this.
I mean, we do
Oh my
find
God.
out that none of them are worth a damn because they
Oh,
spend the
yeah.
entire movie getting their asses kicked.
here's the
by
thing:
little
you can dress
kids.
anybody up in some black sheets or whatever, and be like, "Ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go."
Go ninja, go! I just realized this film is a combination of that American Beauty, you know, the collapse of suburbia, with the '80s like Scorpion and Death Wish.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just like a bunch of vigilantes. Like that's how he got him.
Yeah.
He just like put a flyer out, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to be a ninja? Free training. I have a battleship."
there's no
Blammo.
training.
That's no training.
Like, there's very basic training. They're like, I can't believe we're gonna learn. And he's like, all right, first rule of ninja school: we don't actually do ninja stuff. Just put the uniform on. No one will probably mess with you. There's gonna be
You will
so
not.
many of you.
You will not come across children that have been training for one summer that can beat your ass.
And honestly, as a backup option, I'm gonna give you all assault rifles. So really, you don't even
really-
have to fight. Honestly,
It's really quantity over quality. That's
Yeah.
it.
Hey, and actually, you know what? We're selling mortars and missiles and shit. How about let's do something easy here? We want to kill kids. Let's just poison them. We're getting our
Oh, yeah.
asses kicked. Let's poison a kid, or let's bomb them.
or
And just
he
make sure
said-
all you ninjas are white, right? We have one Asian
Yeah.
guy. That is our limit.
Yeah.
We have to pay to the Ninja Guild if most of you are Asian. So.
We're not gonna
coming out
ninja really
ahead.
anyone. We're gonna shoot everyone. Except kids, guys. We're not gonna shoot kids. I don't want to do that. I don't want to shoot kids. You ninja, you fight the kids. You beat them up.
You have
Right.
to fight.
We will.
It's in the bylaw.
We will employ 3 guys who, when we say you got to kidnap 3 kids, we have to say 3 specific kids. We can't just let you go out and take any 3 kids because they were going to take any 3 kids.
They were.
And that was almost the darkest line in the whole thing. I was like, damn, they were
Yeah,
fine
these are
with it.
actually bad people.
How many kids have they taken?
So he FBI, their dad, the whole FBI stopped this arms deal. He gets away, but I guess they get all of his stuff. And so, what is the bad guy's name? Snyder?
Bad guy. Sounds right. That sounds like a
Snyder.
bad guy name.
He is fucking pissed, and he knows that that guy is the son-in-law for the guy he used to train and was partners with.
Which is a huge, I don't understand how this movie glosses over that,
Which
even
is
as a
why
kid
I
film.
say the dad is an undercover cop who is still playing his role.
How the world is not that small, where this guy is connected to the
No.
guy that you were
It's a
chasing.
Skywalker syndrome.
You
You know, we're all
It's-
related.
Yeah.
you had to have a way or a reason to connect in here. And I like Brett's theory, like it's either that or he was like he got involved in this and he found out about this guy and the daughter through that. But
And that's why he cares so much. It's also possible that this guy is actually his kid's dad.
Snyder?
Yeah.
I can
He
see it.
knows the wife quite a bit. He was
the
partners
dad.
with the grandpa.
I can see this.
And
So
the
he's a
kids are
stepfather?
astute at ninjutsu like him.
Now, see,
I
at the
think this
last
is
part,
the
I feel
second
stretched.
time in like 3
Yeah,
episodes
that's
you
fair.
went with the same theory.
He's gonna be right one day, though. That's the
Yeah.
issue.
yeah, he's gonna be right about a fan fiction story soon
You
enough.
talking about Halloween Town?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. I stand by this. I think it's very possible.
I actually think Halloween Town. That might have been the original intent. They dialed it back. They're like, we can't do the father angle, guys. We do that with everything. Like, maybe.
I don't care. It was the Gilmore Girls.
Who's
He
our
got her
writer for
pregnant
this?
and she
Brett
left
Mayo.
Halloween
He
Town.
just keeps putting them in there.
What's juicier than the idea of like a long lost
Juicier?
father?
Juicy.
Yeah.
I don't
That's a
know,
weird
Lizzo.
phrase.
I don't know, Lizzo.
If you're Disney selling a movie, juicy is what you want. You want to attract the kids.
Maybe
What?
Disney was like, we don't want kids without fathers. That's not our.
No, the
That's
kids
not
have
who we
fathers.
want watching our films.
We just want a confused father setup.
Yeah, we need
That
a
makes
stable
sense.
family.
No. There's
Years
something to
down the
be
road, we're
said
gonna
about
buy
the
Star
father
Wars.
drama. Exactly. It worked for Star Wars. This father drama. It works for everyone.
God damn it! Why didn't they?
How
have this in
badass would
Man
the
on
scene
Fire
have
and
been?
Pulp Fiction?
Think about this. He's fighting Grandpa. He throws the sand in Grandpa's face and punches him and looks at the kids and says, "I am your father." That would have been awesome.
Give me one last time to talk to my family. You already are.
Oh my god.
I am your daddy. And what do?
I'm
I
your
sell
son-in-law.
missiles.
Oh, it would have been so cool. The conflict that would have happened with those kids, you know? Like it would have taken on a whole different level.
What? You make it sound like we're dealing with Shakespearean actors.
Exactly.
There's no conflict we would have seen. They would have thrown a sheet over him, and Tum Tum would have kicked him in the nuts, and we would have moved on.
You're not my real dad.
Hiya, Dad.
You might be my
Exactly.
dad, but you're not my father.
Where do you think they get the hiya from? That guy said it more than
Hi-ya.
anyone.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Tum Tum just says
Oh
it in
my
his sleep.
god, Tum Tum. He says
There
it
was-
as
there
he's
was a
chewing
moment-
licorice. Hiya. Hiya.
There was a moment in the film, and I wish I wrote down like the timestamp. He doesn't throw a punch or anything. He just kind of goes, "Hiya," and I was like, you fucking cheated!" Like,
You didn't earn that hiya.
I was like watching. I'm like, you didn't do anything. Everyone else was like kicking, and I just, "Hiya."
Hiya, man. Hiya, man. What do you want? So Snyder decides he's gonna pay Grandpa a visit. Luckily
Yeah,
for
which-
us, the kids are still there, even though he was gonna take the kids back that night. Time in this movie is like a flat circle. Can we be honest about that shit? They say, "Well, what happened earlier today?" You're like, "What? No, that was like 3 weeks ago, right?"
Yeah, bro.
I will be honest. I stopped paying attention to the time because I was like, there's no way none of this
Yeah.
makes sense, man. If I think
So-
about it at all, like it collapses in on itself like a black hole.
It does. So that Snyder visits Grandpa. all the ninjas come out and start fighting. Grandpa kicks their ass, but also we see that the boys are
Definitely capable
adept.
of beating up fully
they
grown
are
adults.
capable of beating up adults dressed as ninjas.
Yeah, they
Whether or
whoop my
not they're,
ass.
whether or not they're actually good, you don't really see that as much. Like you said, Tum Tum is
A little high, yeah.
he's
A little high,
he's
yeah.
a lot of high
You make him sound like
A little high, yeah.
he was
Hi-ya.
stoned or something. That's when,
Hi-ya.
even when he's in his later years and he gets high, he's like, I'm so high out right now.
And I'm high, yeah. High above me.
Rocky shows up to his apartment. It's like, Tum Tum, you cannot live like this. I just need one more higher.
Hi-ya.
Let me go down.
Hey, Dad,
Hi-ya.
I'll make you feel higher. Get away.
This is why
Get away,
Dad
Tum Tum.
didn't want us to start karate.
What is this, like a PSA? Karate leads to drugs.
Didn't we
Yeah,
start
exactly.
karate and then end karate immediately after like a test period was over at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the demo one, and Mom's like, "Oh, let him try." Well, which I thought we liked it, and then we dropped out immediately. I don't remember why.
Of
I mean,
that
I
one,
know
yeah.
why. I know why.
But she didn't want you hooked on drugs. She
Yeah.
knew. You go in karate named Brandon, you come out naming, I don't know, Teacup. I don't know.
Tanaka, Professor Tanaka.
Whatever. It's just whatever they're feeling at the time.
Teacup.
They call me
Oh,
Professor
Teacup.
Tanaka.
No, I don't want to veer away from Teacup.
Yeah.
Hi.
Why the
He is
fuck
one
did I
Nathan
get
Beautiful,
Teacup?
like that Chinese
Rocky
Teacup.
and Coke. Hell, Teacup's worse than Tum Tum.
I don't know. It's close. Like, I don't think either of them are good. You gotta punch
But,
above your weight.
Just out of
He's
curiosity,
fragile
what
and he
name
will
would you have
shatter.
given
Hey,
Chris?
Teacup.
Oh my god. I don't know, Brandon. What do you got?
For Chris?
Oh, Chris.
It's tough. It's tough to make karate names on the spot.
Well, Tum Tum's not exactly a karate name.
I mean, not that we know of, but
You said that and it messed me up. I was like, oatmeal. We'll call him oatmeal.
There you
After
go.
the cookies he
There you
eats.
go. Oatmeal is great.
You will be called oat milk. 'cause you
I
eat a
feel
lot
like
of
you're not
oat milk
trying.
cookies.
I feel like you're not trying.
Grandpa,
Oatmeal.
Grandpa, can I just go by Chris? No,
Yeah.
you are oatmeal.
You are always been oatmeal. You always
And
be
you,
oatmeal.
my least favorite, are asshole. Look at him, Grandpa.
Shut up, asshole.
But eventually Snyder comes out there because they kicked all those ninjas' ass, and like Snyder kind of bullies Grandpa. He like grabs his hand and says, "Don't fucking try me."
I was
dude."
ashamed of Grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
hard to
that's,
watch.
that's where Grandpa says, "I shouldn't have gotten all those dojos with you and been your partner." And you're like, how deep does this shit go?
Also, don't. The biggest lie of this thing is that you can make this much money off of dojos.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he did end up going to missile selling. So
Well, I think he turned dojos into missiles. so-
I think he
That's
had to
actually
do missile
impressive.
sales because he was in over his head with the dojos.
Yeah, no, this.
I have 200 ninjas.
He started the dojos with a good intention. And he's just like, we can't afford this. I've got to find a way to make ends meet.
How do I take care of these kids? I got to start selling missiles.
Yeah, have you tried selling torpedoes? Those go for really. Where does one even get a torpedo? Oh, they're all over the
Well,
place, man.
And
Dojos
you
can despise
know,
him.
the people who sign up for karate, sometimes you have that like guy who's like the weapons dude, where he's like, I got ninja stars, I got an AK, I got an AR-15, I also
Couple
have
missiles.
a bazooka.
I got wood
wanna sell
nunchucks.
some
I got metal
bazookas?
nunchucks.
Yeah.
And when he came to him, he was still an asshole. He's like, you want to sell missiles, sensei?
I'm your man, sensei.
And they always gotta do that where they like hold still the discipline, sensei. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, all right? You're out drinking with your sensei. That's weird.
Black tar heroin and missile, sensei.
So there's the argument there. And somehow you think the boys are going to be leaving soon. Nope, not yet, because Grandpa still wants to show him one more trick. And he's like, you can never use this. I'll show you how to defeat anyone. These are like the zones you hit people.
He actually says they won't remember why they're fighting you. They'll just remember the pain. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna show us some like Bruce Lee shit, and then he
Nope.
just like, no, he just like punched the solar plexus,
Solar plex shot.
nut shot,
Armpit shot.
Nut shot a lot.
a lot of them.
Tum Tum takes to the nuts real quick.
To be
Actually,
fair, there are
So,
some
in my
spots
version-
you can hit that will just like really hurt and make people go numb. But the spots he was hitting were like, this is how you knock the wind out of someone. This is how you kick someone in the nuts. Like,
so in my version, he only does a solar plexus shot, which is why later in the film, when they start kicking the guy in the nuts and it does like a weird
Okay.
flashback, I was like,
I want
none
to
of that
explain
happened.
this. I want to explain this because I love this scene. He shows him, and he has him practice, and he goes, half an inch away it makes a world of difference, right? And then he
Yeah.
walks away, and Tum Tum just walks up to the dummy, and Colt and Rocky are talking in the background for like a minute, and Tum Tum is just sitting there, you know, fist up, kicking the dummy in the nuts for like a minute straight, man.
It just
Aya, aya, aya.
yeah. So on mine, the way the camera was and stuff doesn't show any of that.
Yeah,
Aw.
this is just Tum Tum, and you keep hearing it light up because he's getting a dead-on nut kick every time too.
Da-ding, da-ding.
It's like
Yeah.
Operation, you know, when you touch the metal. Bzz, bzz.
Brennan,
That's actually
did you
some advanced
remember
tech.
the story you wanted to tell when we got to a certain point?
Oh my
You said-
God! Thank you. I'm glad you said that. I had actually forgotten. Yeah, when they pull up here, it's in a limousine. It looks like the same limousine from earlier that somebody else
Dad
was driving.
was driving.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a problem there. But they pull up, they park, and out pops 20 ninjas or something. These guys have been driving in that limousine this whole travel, and I'm guessing it was quite a bit of time because it's out in the middle of nowhere. They've been in full ninja garb the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine
Ninja
driving
always has to
by
be ready.
and one of the ninjas is smoking with the window down, and you're like, "The fuck is
What's
that?"
up?
You know the whole time it's go ninja, go ninja.
Oh my
go.
God, that's what I was about to say.
Just listening to it.
Oh, this is my jam.
I
Go
swear to
ninja,
God,
go
I'm gonna
ninja,
kick
go.
so much ass when we get out there. But
God,
like,
I hope those kids aren't badass. Sensei Snyder, can we take on those kids? Ah! We're gonna find out.
The back of that thing is just like a rap video, and they're all dancing like booty popping in ninja outfits, popping champagne. He's like, "Go ninja, go ninja, go! Drop it, go ninja."
Snyder's on a gambling app doing
He's like-
prop bets. Yeah, this Tum Tum's gonna knock out 2 of these assholes.
Ninja One's just twerking over there in front of him.
No. He's told him, he's like, they're not gonna fight you. There's gonna be so many of you all. They're gonna be intimidated by your numbers.
You guys
It's like,
got
don't
this
even
shit.
worry about it.
I'll
You
bring
don't have
it
to
when we get
fight.
back home.
He's sitting in the back of the car watching him lose, and he's like, "Oh, wait a minute,
Oh, what the
Shit.
fuck?
I gotta do something." Thank God I came. Like,
Damn, I thought I did it. I thought I gave him the whole hype video just now. You know.
Seriously though, if he hadn't come, that would have been really embarrassing for him.
what do they do? Get in their car and leave? Like,
That's the other thing. They get
good fight.
back.
Good fight. Good
Still
fight.
dressed in ninja garb. Do you think they drove to the airport like that?
Oh, I hope so.
1990s TSA just let them through. That's all right.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Well, the idea is that they go everywhere like that, right? So they're never
All the
not
time.
in ninja garb.
Go ninja. Go ninja. Go.
Like
Go
at
to
a
the gas
certain
station.
point, you pumping gas or you're stopping to get some Doritos. Hey, it's like it's a hot one out there.
I got to go to my
Sure.
son's recital. Go ninja. Go ninja. Go.
I
gotta
dare
see my
someone
parole
to
officer
step
after
to
this.
me.
Jesus.
And
Oh
then
my
it
God,
turns
re-
into like the wife, you know, Mystery Men, the wife of the bowler guy, William H. Macy,
Yeah.
where she's like
Yeah.
supportive, like, you go out there and you beat, no, the digger. He's the
He's
the
yeah.
digger.
Yeah, that's what, like, we cut to the house and it's like, I don't know, honey, if it's worth being a ninja anymore. It
Don't
just
you
doesn't
ever
really
say
feel
that.
like it's going anywhere.
No.
Honey,
You don't
you were
give a
born to be a ninja. Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Go. You're right. Go, ninja.
Or it's
You-
just a bunch
you
of
did not
guys
grow up
Fight
with all
Club
those anime.
style. I like
Oh,
to
they're
think
too-
it's just a bunch of wannabe fight clubbers, and they all get together, and this is how they express
pillow
themselves.
fight
Just
each
like
other.
Brad Pitt. I'm kind of like Edward Norton though.
Yeah, I'm more Edward Norton than Brad Pitt.
And
Meatloaf
each one
was
of them's
cool.
like overweight, like yeah,
Meatloaf's cool.
got the body of Pitt and Troy over here.
The death man has a
You know
name.
what
but
my
they're not gonna
Achilles heel
die,
is?
right?
Little Debbie cakes.
It like 10-year-olds that know karate.
Yeah, that sounded different at first.
Yeah, it is how it is.
Anyways, that same night, somehow they make it home, and it's still daytime.
yeah, you said night,
Yeah,
same day.
but
It's a
keep
hell
in
of a
mind
day.
they were about to eat dinner. I don't know. The whole time frame doesn't make sense. But they show up, they see their dad, and he looks like he's getting ready to come into the house, and that's when he's like, you know what?
This
Hey,
was
man.
mind-boggling to me.
Let's
I
go.
rewound it a
Let's-
few times, and I'm like, did I not get the nuance of what's going on here? Because he was barking orders to be like, all right, tomorrow. So remember in the meeting you got to do this, okay? And then he's turning to act like he's leaving. He sees the kid, says, "Fuck that! I'm getting back in the car."
Well, his partner does actually at one point turn to him and say, "Hey, we gotta go." So I think his partner was his wingman.
Yeah, that's because the dad gave the signal back there, like click, click, click. Kid's here.
Oh yeah, man, we gotta go. We got a 401.
Ninjas being murdered.
Yeah, they spotted some ninjas at Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Seems like a lead.
Yo, at a local flea market, there was three guys
yeah,
spotted
would be a
buying
flea
Ninja
market.
Stars. I think
This
that
good
might
quality? No.
be. They also bought a puppy there.
It's great. You can shop for ninja stuff while smoking. Like,
Yeah. Buy a dog, a hamster, and nunchucks.
I don't
He got-
care what Starter says. I'm taking this dog with me on the ship voyage we're about to
I'm gonna
take.
train him.
And the other guys over there like, yeah, and I don't care what he says. Betamax is better than cassettes.
I'm taking this with us. Jesus. At
I
this
like-
point,
I like when the Tommy Hilfiger shirt says Gildan on the tag.
that's two good brands. One shirt.
Yeah.
And half the price. Actually, kind of like a mixture of the price. You're paying a little extra than you would for a Gildan shirt, but a little less than a Tommy Hilfiger.
Because you
shirt.
didn't have
Oh, they split
ability,
it.
the ability to do the screen printing or press.
It's
But
just as
you
good
can
as
buy
a real
that press
fine.
for $100 and come out ahead.
Well, they sell those at the flea market too.
Yeah.
It's an uncle cousin.
Yeah. Zoning in on their own business. Anyways, they come home, dad leaves, mom says hi, grandpa kind of talk. We don't get a lot of grandpa at their house though. Matt, did you say you did?
Yeah, so in mine, he gets there, and that's when they do the names. So, like, up until this point, I don't know any of these stupid kids. And he's like, I'm Rocky because I'm steadfast. I'm like, you're Rocky because he's a boxer. He's like, I'm Colt because it's a horse. And I'm like, that's the name of a gun. That's what he's, this is stupid. Go with the revolver.
Your dad,
And I'm Tum Tum. And I'm like, all right, that's terrible.
your grandpa watched a Stallone movie 2 nights ago, and then he watched a Western last night. And when it came to Tum Tum, he was all out of shit.
He was like, oh, Tums. I love Tums. And the dad makes a comment about it, too. He's like, oh my God, it's something just assholey. He's like, yeah, that's not your names.
Yeah, I'm not
like,
fucking
come on,
calling
Dad.
you that.
Dad, can we
Tum.
keep them? No.
Name day?
You know-
Guess what? Your name day was when you got brought
When
up.
I was there at the hospital,
At the
not your real
hospital.
father.
Your grandpa
Yeah.
wasn't there because he was out running dojos
Yeah. For
for
a
Justin
missile.
Thoreau.
Yeah. So we had just watched Kindergarten Cop a few days ago, which also has a villain with a
With a
ponytail.
ponytail.
And Pia looked
What's
at me. She
90s?
said, "So back then, was every person with the ponytail just really bad?" And I was like, "Yes, Pia, that's actually
Yeah.
pretty accurate."
Yeah, it was a messed up time in our history.
She at first thought it was the same actor, and I was like, no, like,
No, it looks nothing like
Nothing
Mr.
like that.
Miyagi.
no. First of all, clearly my daughter gets that from someone. Whatever.
You're the face blindness guy from Arrested Development.
But Emily, yeah. I don't really care for that storyline, but fine.
That's all I remember, and I hate that guy. I'm like, go away.
Ostrich.
Yeah.
So as they're getting out of the car, though, I think that's when Rocky's girlfriend shows up, and he's like, "You can call me Rocky
Emily.
now," and she's like, "That's a cool name.
Yeah, I
And
heard
they're
that.
like,
Loves
what?
Emily.
Let's ride bikes to school tomorrow." And then you get the Rocky likes
Oh.
Emily. Rocky
Rock
loves
like
Emily.
And
Emily.
he's a dick.
Yeah,
when
it's
they're,
not like
they're
you catch
talking
it.
on their tin cans, and he's like, "Yeah, don't be late." He's like barking orders at her. And
You
I'm
better
like,
fucking be there.
708.
"Yo, Tabitha." I don't remember her name.
Emily.
Emily.
Emily?
Rocky
Okay.
loves Emily.
Emily.
Okay.
Rocky loves Emily.
Emily.
Yeah,
Rocky
they
loves
repeat that like
Emily.
40
Rocky
times in
loves
this movie.
Emily.
It's usually when I block things out.
Tum Tum loves licorice. Colt
Colt
loves
loves
himself.
Violet. Oh yeah, himself. And then let's see. I don't think does anything else happen before they go to school the next day.
They talk
Oh.
in the tin cans, and then
Well, yeah, the
The
criminals.
surfer guys.
The bad
Surfer
guys.
guys.
Yes, the Three
Yeah.
Stooges,
dude,
the
They
three
get-
kidnappers.
would you go back there and get
So
us
are
some
they
Milky's?
nephews for his partner, like his lawyer partner or whatever?
I
You
think
know who
it's
the
they
lawyer
work
partner
for
looked
his
like?
sister.
He
That
he looked like I don't know if you all remember it. The horn, I forget the horn dad, the guy who runs the lodge in Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah, I see that.
He's like a shitty version of him.
you know who I thought he reminded me of the so-called main character from like Time Chasers. I think it was called.
Yeah, I can see that.
fuck. I
This
don't know
can't
who
be
that's
our
worse
hero.
for. Everyone's taking a shot right there. Yeah,
Poor
that
guy.
guy's name is Nigel, I think, which
Yeah,
is
that's
so typical.
Tracks.
But yeah, he reaches out to his nephew who is hanging out with this three typical California stoner guy sounding like surfer dude. And they're robbing armed robbery a convenience store at that point. How do they get the phone call?
He goes,
He gets paged.
he gets paged, and he goes,
Oh.
"Sir, can I use your telephone?"
Yep.
And
What's weird though is you think they're kind of like a lovable goofballs, and
They
then
kinda
they
are,
shoot
but
the
they're-
liquor bottles.
and then they're on the phone, and he's like, "We need you to kidnap these three kids," and he's like, "Any specific kids or just three
That's
kids?"
yeah.
and you're
the
like,
part I
"Oh
was
my
talking about,
God."
where it's super creepy to the point of like, oh shit, man, they were fine with taking any kids off the street.
Yeah.
I hope
They-
these ninjas get them.
They didn't really have a moral compass, but they were kind of cool dudes, so
They were wicked awesome.
yeah. They were.
uh,
They were.
They were
the
the
best
best-
comic relief. The best
They-
part of the movie.
They had the most presence, you know, when they came up. I'm like Rocky Coat and Tum Tum, all bad actors. Even there's an intro part when they're doing a voiceover, and is it Rocky or Coat? And he's like,
that's
It was-
Rocky.
one of the best summers of our life, kind of thing. And
Grandpa tested us every day differently.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it just sounded like shit. But yeah, these three, when they bring there's an actual vibe with them, you know.
They should have been the main bad guys.
Yeah,
Just three
What
dope
was
heads
it?
for three ninjas.
Yeah, felony then feast.
Mm-hmm.
Felony first then feast.
Felony first, then feast.
That's-
Yeah.
Was it not Feast then Felony?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
feast,
yeah.
then
Shit,
felony.
see, we're
Feast
so bad
and
at
then
this.
Then
Felony.
felony.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like what everyone used to
He
think
goes-
Keanu Reeves was.
I love when he's like, hey, put your hands over his ears so he can't hear us. He goes, you remember 6? You remember
Two.
3?
Yeah.
And I remember 2. And I was like, this is a good fucking system.
The main guy kind of reminded me of like a younger Kevin Smith from Clerks too.
Yeah, I can see that. No, actually, that's
Dogma.
pretty dead on. Yeah.
See, I saw a puffed up version of Rory Cochrane, I guess. It's the super stoner from Dazed and Confused, who later was the
Oh yeah.
paranoid guy on Scanner Starkly. But he looks like alcoholism
Yeah.
has taken him to where he's getting like, water weight really swollen.
Yeah.
That's what I kept seeing.
I forgot about that guy.
So they show up at the kid's house, but it's sworn by FBI, and they're like, "We can't do it, bro. FBI all over the place."
We'll have
And
to come
so,
back.
yeah,
Do you see what was on their van? The sticker,
Uh,
"Die
Oh my God.
Yuppies," I think it said, or
Yeah.
something.
die yuppies, yeah,
And I was like,
which
what
is weird.
the tone in this movie is all over the place.
all over the place.
They need to pick one style, like
They wanted to do like a Home Alone with
Yeah.
these guys probably at one point.
come
And
here,
they're like,
little
"That's actually-"
bro.
It was either going to be Die Yuppies or Kidnap Kids,
To be fair though, the kids got really violent with them at a point.
I mean,
Like,
to be
To be
fair, they're trying to kidnap him.
fair. Yeah.
I don't.
Well,
I
Yeah, but you could kill these guys without hanging him and choking him to death.
yeah, he had it coming.
You do what you got to do, bro.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
snap his neck or something. Use your karate and do something.
Oh, Tum
that's-
Tum's little quarter-inch
They-
fingers
no.
are gonna do that.
Yes,
They were taught-
apparently.
They were taught the ways of slow deaths from their grandpa.
Yeah,
There's no,
that's what I'm saying. Grandpa didn't teach them how to be like jujitsu.
yeah, there's no
Uh,
self-defense.
he
It's
said
just
throat
pain.
rip.
Jump out in
Yeah.
front of a car, trick somebody, and then kill them.
Yeah, really, they're more like Oliver Twist than they are ninjas. Like it's just a bunch of little pickpockets that are committing crimes. They don't really do martial arts. It's just confuse them, trick them, then stab them.
I watched a man die yesterday. Watched his eye, life seep through his eyes as he hung slowly.
Tum, you tell the best stories.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Shut up, Emily.
Sit on my lap.
Things were tough.
Please, sir,
Right.
can I have some more death? Yeah, something like that.
My dad was never around.
I'm right here, asshole.
Shut up, Dad.
Your name's not Oliver Twist. It's Tum Tum. No, I mean, damn it. It's what are their
I
names?
forgot.
Does anybody?
No idea. I don't think they ever told me their
Okay,
names.
good. I wanted to
until
make sure I
before.
didn't miss that.
One
That's a
of them is
terrible name.
Fester. I know
That's a
that's the
terrible
only
name.
one we know is Fester. That's
Thank
it.
God
Yeah,
he's
no
Tum
wonder
Tum.
they wanted different names.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Well, at this
Um,
point, yeah. So they come back the next day, right? And this is when the bully thing happens. The next
Yeah.
day, they ride the bike home from school.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Oh, wait.
they're writing two. This doesn't make the timing of
No.
this
well,
doesn't make
Matt's
sense.
right. I got confused on the timing on this of how they did it. But
I think they rode to school and
yeah,
then they rode
I think he's right. But
home from school.
they had a lot of time in
So
there.
what happened the next day? I think they were riding to school. Emily's bike got taken to school. They played the kids in the morning and basketball
Okay.
before school.
Because Rocky
So-
had to do a sneak
okay,
attack through the fence.
So I thought that might be happening, but when it showed it on mine, it shows them biking from like forever away, like through woods and stuff, as the
Yeah.
guys are following them in a car. And then
Yeah.
it shows Emily gets her bike stolen in their suburbs after all that.
yeah.
On
Yeah.
their way to school.
So was that another day, and that was the night of? Because the guys would have been coming there later.
But that's the thing, like, so they got back to the suburbs and we're like,
Well,
where's
it's a
Emily?
big suburb.
God damn, this
Right?
is confusing.
Oh, I
man.
know. I'm just saying the scenes, they were out of the suburbs at one point.
Yes, he's right.
That's
No,
why
but-
I got super confused.
And then they
I was
So,
like,
they
so
cut through the
Emily's-
model home area.
Emily shows up in the morning and they go riding, and that's what you see. And then the next scene is them at school playing basketball.
It
Oh, yeah,
just
not on
doesn't-
mine. On mine, they're going through a forest.
But I swear I thought they go through forest too, or like somewhere that's
They
not,
go through like a park and like different like dangerous things.
That
and
might
that's
be
why she's
closer.
mad at them because she's like
It's
you're
so
showing
stupid.
off, doing your show off shit. As the hippie bro surfer dudes are following them, and then they end up playing basketball at school.
Yeah, I think we pretty much got. They're at school playing basketball.
yeah,
that-
we
yeah.
just gotta have to say time. is
Time
what I
doesn't matter to
say.
ninjas.
I do like
No.
that for this.
You get a high yaw on that clock. But they, at this point, the bullies are like, yeah, we took her bike. What are you going to do about it? They should have just beat them up. Like, that was my recommendation.
The end
But instead
result
they
was
just had
that
to
in
play
the
basketball.
anyways. That's the problem.
Not in mine. So in
well-
mine, they challenge them to basketball and they spot them 9, which is
the dumbest thing I've ever You could have beaten them by 10
Rocky
points.
is a show off.
Yeah, I know that is some cocky ass shit, and they like he's calm and chill. Oh, that's a
No.
stupid thing to do.
Well, then Emily goes, "Why are you showing off doing this?" And then he
I'm
scores
not.
his first basket.
I'm
And
playing
she's like,
basketball.
yeah,
Yeah, and he goes,
Yeah.
"No, I'm not. I'm playing basketball."
playing
And
basketball.
I wish she would be like, "Yeah, you're splitting hairs here, you fucking asshole. Don't talk to me like that."
So I saw basketball. Anytime you play like half court, was you switch like possessions.
Also,
No, make it take it.
ninja skills teach you that how to jump from like past the free throw line
Yeah.
and dunk it.
Those boys could dunk from like 20 feet out. It was amazing.
He also commits goaltending on the very first possession.
yeah.
So they really lost.
You know what,
regardless.
Matt? You be the first one to call goaltending on a little 5'2" white boy that's 12 years old. Go
Hey,
ahead and
rules
call
are rules.
that.
Rules are rules.
That's fucking.
Hey,
I caught it. The same.
You know what? I would because they get their ass kicked. It's less embarrassing to be like, all right, we win because you fucked up, man. You're too stupid to play this game. Versus, you spotted us 9 points and we just got our asses handed to us.
Yeah, these bullies show up though, and they do end up winning in our version. Matt's version, they
Nope.
the
Flip-flop.
good guys win.
Yes, yeah. And mine, the good guys win.
Bullies win in ours.
It doesn't matter though. I gotta say, like, I know they get their bikes supposedly because of the bet, but they won on a technicality. These kids kicked their ass for the most part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the damage was done.
I just love that I can clearly see the outfits everyone's wearing. The big bully is wearing like a Pitbull shirt, like a white one, not Pitbull as in the singer, but Pitbull as in a
It's got
dog.
that-
Yeah.
There was a brand of clothes that had that back then.
Is it awesome?
Huh?
Awesome.
Is it?
Awesome Pitbull or
Okay.
something like that. Another kid's wearing like a Chicago Bulls jacket. It's a really nice jacket, actually. They all. My point is, even the three ninjas are wearing the exact same thing in the final scene of this movie when they get the bikes back.
The girl has the same outfit on.
Yep, everyone's wearing the same thing. So clearly, they didn't know when they wanted to shoot these scenes.
Well, money.
It's out of order.
While we're here, let's finish up the second. You know, we've consolidated this so we don't have too many sets to film on. What we're going to do is go ahead and film today's game and the end of the day's game.
I still think that they had a bunch of different ideas in there. Like, what
Oh.
do we want to do? Like a school bully type plot? Do we want to do like these, like a Home Alone, these three invaders type plot, or do we want to do like their evil real father is a ninja
They,
on a battleship
Son
selling
of a
missile
bitch,
spots?
I'm in.
I think they had
And they
the
were like,
ideas,
all three.
but
Like,
then they looked at their budget and they said, "Well, we're already at the basketball courts. Let's finish it up here."
get rid of the bullies, nip that in the bud.
Yep.
Now to the
There's
dad.
a conflict.
You know what
here
would
to
have
solve
really
it.
changed this movie is if like those guys showed up when the bullies were there, like the ones trying to kidnap them, and those guys beat the shit out of the bullies.
Oh, I thought you were
maybe
going to
even
say they
kill 'em.
joined forces.
Nah, I want something dark.
That's not this film funny enough.
See, I imagine join forces and then it turns into like the babysitter movie.
Oh, they're
dark.
just hunting them down.
Oh, I see. Join forces with the good guys. I thought you meant like the bullies and the kidnappers join forces. Like that's kind of fucked up.
What if they split
I'm
allegiances?
okay with
I
either
take it
one,
as
actually,
film.
now that I think of it. So, yeah.
Huh?
Either one of those, actually, now that you say it like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think the ninjas could take them all. Like, it's fine.
I mean, yeah.
They're
Or
whooping grown men. Like,
the three kidnappers kidnap some of the bullies and take them to see Snyder's. Like, here's your kids.
Yeah.
And
And
then
they're like,
Snyder
well, we
kills
gotta
them.
kill them.
Yeah.
oh God, no. Yeah, you know what? I like this film.
The hippie dudes are just like, well, die yuppies. Pop, pop, pop.
You want me to put the bodies back on the court? Throw 'em
No,
overboard?
bro.
What do you think, Gad?
Put them in the back of the van with the rest of them.
We'll drop them off. We'll get some more kids tomorrow. Not a big deal.
I got a buddy named Jeffrey Dahmer who loves to eat. You know, like we start mixing in our killers.
Feast then funeral.
Yeah.
There's this guy who like puts them in his basement and
Felony
like,
now,
mixes
then
whiskey.
feast.
Yeah.
I kill them and
Feast.
we feast on their blood and hearts.
Dahmer, I think you got it wrong, man.
No,
We-
you've got it wrong, man.
And all of them are hunted
Dahmer?
by Dexter.
I thought you were from Minnesota or Wisconsin. Yeah, bro. It's Jeffrey Dahmer with the backwards cap. That would fit right in with Three Ninjas.
And a ponytail. Don't forget. That way we know he's a bad guy. I think at this point they just go home. In mine, they go home after this. Right? And then, like, the babysitter comes and gets them because the mom and dad leaves.
Yeah, the mom and dad leave,
And-
and they're like,
okay, and
"Hey, your
here's-
dad likes you, I promise."
Yeah, but here's like where the whole film like lost the plot to me. The mom goes,
Don't be an asshole.
one of the kid goes, "What does the bad guy look like?" The mom's like, "Oh, there's a photo of him in your father's office," like, which is
yeah.
right away kind of weird, like whatever. And he looks at it, and he's like, "Oh my god, that's the guy that knows Grandpa." And I'm like, "Yeah." Well, and then I was like, "Wait, that means the dad knows that guy knows Grandpa."
Yeah.
He knows,
And which
yeah.
means the bad guy knows those are his kids.
But
He did know that, though.
he figured that out. And
Yeah, he
Right,
knew
but
that
I'm
part.
saying he leaves his kids with a babysitter, knowing a wanted fugitive and war criminal
oh,
knows who his kids are.
Yeah, but he doesn't
But-
love his kids. That's the whole
I know.
point.
and also, bro,
But like,
that's just on the books. As of right now, he's just a dojo runner. Until we find out more, we can't.
he watched him escape with a helicopter of ninjas. But like, it blew my mind. It's like the dad's like, do you think the dad tells the mom at any point? He's like, "Hey, this guy I'm chasing like worked with your dad, so our
No.
family's in danger."
Do you think he
No,
went
he kept
over and
that shit
said,
in.
the children problem's going to be dealt with soon?
Don't worry, I
Yeah.
promise.
He
Tonight,
didn't.
kids, perfect.
He didn't tell her about his undercover stuff, and she didn't tell him that Snyder is the boy's dad.
She didn't tell him that her
And no
dad was
one-
Japanese.
and no
he's
one
been
told-
holding on to it for years.
And no one told the grandpa who would be threatened by all of this at any point.
Yeah,
It just,
no one.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
completely out of the loop.
Yeah, so at this point, I think maybe the dad is a bad guy.
Yep. They're all bad guys. No one is free of sin in this movie.
All right, Jesus, let's calm down there. But the grandpa did nothing wrong.
Are you serious right now, Matt?
He was
He
trying to-
just,
he let
He's
kids
the
jump out in
most
front of a
wrong.
car.
he's just trying to raise a lovable group
He's
of
teaching
pickpockets
three
and murderers.
kids how to do the ultra violent. All right.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, that's because in their life they're connected to a bunch of war criminals. You know,
Because
like-
of their grandpa.
Yeah. But that is water under the bridge. He can't help that. He's trying to make them Jedi. I get it.
So our next scene, like you said, babysitter's there.
Yeah, she sucks.
Our kidnappers decide, oh, look at the pizza guy. Let's
Hey.
take the pizza. They trick the babysitter and kick her ass.
All
And
criminals love it.
then they make the decision they're going to feast and then felony. They're going to eat the pizza and then kidnap the kids.
They even mentioned saving some of the pizza for the kids, which once again maybe highlights that these people were like psychopaths.
Do you think it was going to be more of a game where they eat the pizza in front of the kids, though?
Yeah.
Like,
I
let's
don't
save some
know.
pizza for the kids. When they pop up, we'll eat it in front of them.
That'll teach them. These guys are like actual psychopaths, though.
I think so. They're jacked up in the head.
Too much karate at a young age.
So this is where we kind of get all Home Alone-ish, where they're trying to get the boys. The boys do a lot of stupid things that are
It lasts
it's just
forever.
like where he paints his whole mask white and he turns it inside out, and he's in a dark room that happens to be white, and so
And
someone
a dark
explain the
room that
logic.
happens to be white. It's- I know.
That's
they
my
put ex-
point.
I know.
What-
It's just, when you explain it out loud,
Exactly.
black hole collapsing in on itself. God damn it!
And it should be mentioned these guys all have guns. So, you know, you think the kids would be like, wow, one wrong move, we're dead.
And also, you shoot one
But they
meat
go for
pap out of
broke.
the kid, you're proving a point right there. You don't even have to kidnap him after that. The threat has been made. You know what I
They'll
mean?
get in that van with the pizza.
But the problem with the kids though is they're like playing with their food the whole time. They're just beating the hell out of these guys, but allowing
Also-
them to, like, they're just having fun. They're like, oh well, let's put this in their drink while we beat them up and choke this one dude to death.
Yeah,
The
it's the
fucking
Home
putting
Alone
that laxative
style.
in their drink is so stupid. Because he puts the laxative in their drink and then runs to the bad guys and it's like, oh, here's a drink. Like it feels like the writers were like, this would be hilarious. Oh shit, how do we get the bad guys to drink it?
Also,
Or just
how
have
do you
have the kid hand it to him.
will he have
Don't
enough
overthink
time
it.
for it to take effect? Well, time is a
Time
flat
doesn't-
circle.
Yeah, well, so we agreed that time doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Do you know when they went to school or when they came back? You idiot.
There's we're butterfly affecting it.
We are literally a day later from when this movie began.
It's been
All
a hell
this
of a
shit
day.
has happened. Yeah.
Go,
That's it.
Ninja, go, ninja, go.
So they are unsuccessful. The boys beat the hell out of them. There's some funny scenes.
You say that kind of mockingly there. There are some
don't.
funny scenes.
That's,
A little hi-ya over here, a little hi-ya over there. And then Emily comes and ruins it.
They throw pepper balloons. Yeah, Emily does ruin it with their little can walkie-talkie, but the boys still win that fight and still beat them. And then that's when our boy Professor what's it called shows up.
You know what? I forgot how fucked up that was. They have Emily at gunpoint. They're like, "Don't move, or we'll kill her." And they're like, "I'm going for it." Like,
It's worth the risk.
I put it all on black, baby. Like they zero
Rocky-
thought process.
Emily's
Rocky
brain
gave
just
up on
flooded
Emily.
everywhere.
I was gonna kill Emily anyways.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Was it
I was gonna pop in front of a
Rocky's
bike one
like-
day.
Little did she know that's my thing.
Yeah, these kids might also be psychopaths,
Ultra violent.
Might?
little sociopaths
I
running
tell you,
around.
it's Clockwork Orange, the beginning stages.
Yeah. Before they go to the milk bar.
We were taught,
Oh,
taught in karate.
fuck. So,
Did he though?
so Professor Tanaka, they can't fight him. He's too strong for them. So he like picks
Too
them
high
up,
level.
and they kidnap the kids and drag them onto a ship.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, and the parents get home and are like not really that worried about it. Like literally the dad over there like, "Yeah, you got to do more, man.
I think
Hey,
it's-
don't break your back, okay? It's not that big of a deal."
I
No, you
think-
got to get out there. You don't got to get out there.
No, come on.
I think the dad put a tracker on his kids, hoping they'd get kidnapped, and that's how he could pin down Snyder.
Oh, sweet, he's at the boat. And then
Yeah.
the grandpa shows up in the middle of an active crime scene, surrounded by
Yep.
police, and he shows up in a ninja outfit with a katana. And I think it's the best scene in the movie because they're having a very serious conversation. They took the kids. I know.
I
Hey,
know.
could you imagine though, like being a cop on the side, like, did they say to shoot anybody dressed like a ninja with a sword? there's an old.
You're not
you know,
going to believe
no.
it.
There's a
Not
ball
just-
sack of a man walking around here with one eye squinted at me. He kind of looks like Mr. Miyagi. Should I shoot him?
No, that's white Caucasians only in ninja outfits we shoot. Not
You
the actual.
if this man had a child with a semi-white lady, that kid wouldn't even look Asian. That's not a ninja.
Do you think this movie has the least amount of like Asian people ever for a karate movie?
It has to be. Except maybe like a...
Chuck
Steven
Norris
Seagal
or
movie.
Steven Seagal.
A Steven Seagal film would take it. It would be a Steven Seagal film.
I mean, Samurai Cop's almost there. There's a couple in there, though, is the thing.
This movie only has one.
I know, and that's where I'm like, it's hard.
It has two.
But
It has two. You're right,
Yeah,
Professor
yeah.
Tanaka.
Samurai Cop, though, and also, are they? They're Samoan. One of them isn't. Isn't Professor Tanaka actually Samoan or something?
Oh, shit. Well, maybe.
I can
Well,
look it up.
No, my headcanon's different.
But either way,
How did he get
He's
past the
Hawaiian.
checkpoint?
He's from Hawaii.
okay.
Giannis saves one. How did he get past the checkpoint dressed as a ninja with a sword?
He's
It's
is
just
what
like
he
he's
said
a
earlier.
ninja. What
They've
do
been
But he
dressed
wasn't
like
hiding. He ran down the street.
There's-
You watch him.
The same way the limousine was able to drive around with 10 ninjas and go back to the airport and be like, Well, we can't go in the hotel. We didn't get a room, so let's just fly out.
We're just gonna have to wait. Next flight's in 5 hours. We're just gonna all wait together
Which
in our ninja outfits.
which airline are you flying with, sir? Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Ninja, go. Ryanair.
Oh, you
Spirit.
are with. Yeah, I was gonna say Spirit. Good luck. You might make it out of this.
Ninja never dies. We'll see.
Spirit, where Spirit Airline, where it looks like you still might be able to smoke on the airplane.
Yeah, the 90s, yeah.
No, I mean now.
Ninja, go Ninja. Go. Oh, yeah.
No, yeah. It's Spirit.
I think they were named Spirit because the owner of the place is the company that sells the American Spirit cigarettes.
The cigarette.
Two things I love: jets and cigarettes.
Hell yeah.
And ninjas. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go, go, go.
I can't get over that though, sir. You can't get in there. This is a crime scene. I'm the grandfather.
Oh,
Fucking
then
samurai
walk this
sword.
way, sir. Right on through. He said a little pocket-sized old man would be coming through here any minute.
He's been expecting you, sir. Hiya, hiya.
Yeah.
So
What's
at
the
that point,
password?
though-
Hiya.
Why are they dressed as ninjas? I don't. They're not even
Ram-
stealthy. No,
No.
sir.
No, not at all. They just walk right up to you. That's not
It's-
ninja-like.
It's
Just
the
like-
equivalent of the Django Unchained. Once again, the whose wife cut these goddamn holes? You know.
Oh, the. Mary did. Oh, well, sorry.
Like they are not organized at all, but they have the outfits, so they seem tough.
They traded a missile for him.
One of them didn't get the memo, and you know those. Well, they still had them later on, like toys with ninja gear or something that would have the shoulder pads, but it'd be those plastic ass shoulder pads, you know. One of them popped up like that, and he goes,
Freaking
"Go
Power
ninja,
Ranger
go!"
style.
And they're like, "Come on, Randy, aren't you gonna take this
Come
serious?"
on, Randy. That's 80s, Randy.
That shit's gay, Randy. That shit's gay.
Yeah, we're ninja.
Randy waits till Tum Tum kicks him in the nuts a couple times, stands over and goes, "What's gay now? Huh?"
What now, Tum Tum? What now?
And then he puts
yeah,
a
they get-
bullet in his brain.
I was expecting it. No,
Uh,
but yeah, they get
so-
kidnapped to a ship, which is
I was gonna say he spoons him, and he goes, "What's gay now?"
Grandpa actually beats everyone to the ship, so he's like ninjaing
A
around
docked
on the
ship.
ship.
Really
by the
fast,
way.
like.
Really fast. The boys managed to escape a room by tricking the guards into like taking a phone and then punching them.
yeah, I forgot about that. That
You'd
was
think
terrible.
their file would have
Yes.
said, "Don't get near these kids. They've beaten
Wait,
up like 6 of you
I-
before."
Part of the people they've dealt with when asked to kidnap 3 kids were like the specific kids. You think the rest of the crew would be like, 3 kids, let's fucking kill them, man.
Yeah, fuck these guys. Does he have to have all
Like
3?
once you have
No.
that trigger within your organization, like you have guys that are at that level, and these are actually the idiots, then the rest of the guys should at least be on level of like, oh, 3 kids. Either we kidnap them or we kill them. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I've got 20 bullets. What do you want?
Yeah. Pistol.
Dodge
whip.
this. Hiya. Hiya this, buddy.
He's pistol whipping him. Hiya,
recreate-
hiya, hiya.
Recreates Indiana Jones scene, but with like a 10-year-old.
Instead of a. Oh, looks like Rocky doesn't have a jaw. Hiya.
He said he just needs them alive, not paralyzed.
Bite the curb, ninja.
Oh, but yeah, at this point they fight their way through. There's a lot of fighting.
So they tell their dad, it's like, the cops are like, "So we found your kids. Good news, they're still alive. Bad news, they have a lot of bullets in them and they may not make it through the night."
Well, how the cookie crumbles.
And now the dad takes a hit. Go, ninja. Go, ninja. Go.
Can't even aim right. I paid Snyder to kill them.
Yeah.
It would have
yeah,
been
they
the
fight some-
ultimate trick because he paid Snyder to kill his own kid.
Mhm. Oh God, see that's Shakespearean.
Oh my
That's what I was
God.
about to say. Now we're hitting a Shakespearean note where they're
Yeah.
like,
I betrayed my own blood.
It's
Hiya!
hiya, hiya.
God doth look upon me,
Mhm.
and no more hiya for me.
My children have hiya. It's their last hiya.
I have died my last ya.
The doctor looks at them and says, "They're not dead. They are paralyzed. They'll never hiya again."
To
I'm
ninja
so
or not to
sorry.
ninja.
No ninja can live this way. Remove life support.
I mean,
Give him a
you'll be-
ninja death.
So yeah, you're right, Brendan. They just walk around or go around the ship kicking like 30 or 40 different ninjas' asses.
Yeah, it's like a small army, and then
Yeah.
they fight the henchman. The
Oh yeah,
henchman.
they
The
run
henchman.
into them. Big circle. The guy's like,
Rushmore.
"Let's do this." And what do they use? They use the techniques Grandpa taught them to hit the
Solar
pressure
plexus.
points. Yeah,
The nuts.
the nuts.
throat.
They take Tum Tum's head and ram it like into his stomach.
They use
which is
a
not
battering ram.
Yeah, but I thought they were either going to go for the nuts or the solar plex, and they went in the middle.
Yep, right in the gut, and it did nothing.
No. Well, it
No.
knocked him out.
He was already knocked out. They were just beating on an unconscious man to me. And then all the other ninjas stand up and pull
And
guns
pull out
on him.
gun- Yeah, they're like, all
More
right,
you're like-
Shakespearean
now,
quotes about ninjas, guys.
we've used that word a lot. That's fine.
I know, but my head's in that game now. You know, I like it actually.
So this is where Grandpa jumps down and decides he's gonna fight Snyder, and they fight. And Grandpa almost wins, but Snyder throws some sand at his face. Typical
Bad guy.
bad guy stuff.
Did that happen
I-
in mine?
I,
I
don't
I think
know.
in-
This
I think
is,
in mine, Snyder just whooped his ass.
This
like,
is a
until
blood
the
sport
until the
move,
jelly
man.
bean.
No, Grandpa was winning like most of this, and then he
Yeah.
blood sported him.
Yeah. He threw the sand at him. Then Grandpa decides he's gonna put jelly beans in his throat, which is almost as bad as throwing sand, right?
It's a kid version of Roadhouse Kill.
Ultra violence,
Right.
guys. Because here's
Yeah.
the thing: he knows putting those in his throat. Tum Tum is compelled to Roadhouse
rip
eat
him
his
out.
throat out right now.
Give me the
Give me what is mine, Lord.
I'll rip him out of your gut. Hiya!
So, but they had made
Winner.
the deal previously. Hey, if you win this fight, Grandpa, like your kids can leave. If I win this fight, they can't.
This
sure.
movie also has its okayishness with like gambling. Rocky
Yeah.
says he doesn't gamble, but then he does gamble. And the grandpa's like,
Oh yeah.
"Fuck it, let's do this."
Do it.
Fuck it.
Let's put it all on black.
Ancient ninja proverb. We
Whether
ball.
'tis nobler in the dojo to suffer.
They really do put it all on this.
They
one, don't
really, yeah. Well, he ends up
For who
beating Snyder.
he had his hand
Got
squeezed
him winning.
earlier. We seen this grandpa get punked by this man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he
Yeah.
has the power of love and friendship now.
Well, yeah, he's
It's
more
in the Ninja
prepared.
Handbook. Yeah.
It's not dinner time anymore.
Plus,
So-
he kind of hi-yaws a little bit.
He
louder.
ends up winning the fight, and Snyder, instead of saying you're free to go, grabs a gun from one of his henchmen, and you hear bullets or something. I don't know what you hear. I guess he gets shot by all the FBI around them at this point. Does it not look like when they frame back on Grandpa, he's got a bullet, like he's bleeding from his chest?
It did look like
Yeah.
that. I did see that too.
Do you think
So,
the dad
do you
was
think
trying
they-
to kill?
No, I think
Double
they.
assassination.
I think they might have shot
Aw.
a scene where Grandpa gets shot and killed, and they're
And it
like,
didn't
"Yeah, let's
test
not
well?"
use." Yeah, they didn't use that one, so they kept
They,
the same outfit.
they didn't want to send the wrong message to children that ninjas can be
No,
beaten.
no.
Like,
You're
there's
wrong there. They were wanting to send that message, and then they're like, "Oh, it didn't test well." We don't want to send this message to children.
But he's clearly got like a red spot, like, and it's wet, like right in his chest. So they must have shot something.
It'd be awesome if
anyways,
they all had that. They just kept shooting scenes, killing different family members. All right, this time, kill Colt. Let's see what that looks like.
but yeah, the FBI show up right in time, and they win.
As they do.
And Dad says, "Guys, we're going out for pizza tonight."
Hmm.
Guess
And his
who
partner
gets to
kinda
hang
gives him
out with their
crap.
dad finally? You all.
Now that you covered up that loose end
And-
of my involvement,
And then he does a bread on him and he goes, "That's right, you were hanging out with your dad this whole time. He's dead."
I shot him. I am the superior father figure.
But I also don't love you.
Do you think he was giving him shit like the whole time? He's like, "Man, you guys fought well, but did you see how I hi-yawed with this revolver and just ended it? Wasn't that
You
cool,
would have
kids?
learned
That's
from your
crazy,
dad.
huh?
Huh?
That's fucking wild.
Yeah,
Hi-ya,
yeah.
you know?
The dad would do that because when he's chasing after Snyder in the
He
movie at
does.
the beginning, he's pointing with that gun. It almost feels
He
like they're
went
doing
that
it on
way.
purpose. Like, man, do you think?
God, yeah, the gun to
But yeah,
temple.
he's probably like, all of that training and all it took was one bullet, guys.
I got 5 more in this.
But yeah,
Also, do
Dad
you think-
says, "I'm gonna take a night off from work and we're gonna have pizza." It's like, dude, you actually already did work.
Yeah. Do you think
Well, yeah,
they
not to
sold
mention your
Ninja
kids
Stars
just
in the
kidnapped.
lobby of this movie?
They had to.
I
That
hope
would have
so.
been awesome.
Do you think the
right?
craft
You
table
come out of
was
the
like
movie
Ninja
theaters,
Star
and it's like
treats?
band merch when they're like, "Hey man," it's the three dudes like,
That
"Hey,
sucks.
How'd you like this film?
hey,
Oh,
look
that's
at these,"
it.
and then felon, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
You grab this Ninja Star, you can felon. Little
We got Ninja
6-year-old
Star.
boy, how are you today?
You had your popcorn, now have your knives.
Mom starts to tell you no, you throw the knife at her.
Yeah.
Just, hey, pop up in her car when she's leaving for work. Surprise her.
It's really dark. So this is where your movie ended, right, Matt?
Yep, they didn't in the car, and then the grandpa like tells them to shut up because they're being too loud.
He didn't
Our
even do all the
movie-
work again.
Our
What?
movie ends.
He won't
with
listen to
the-
the podcast, and he doesn't even watch the full movies.
Nope, coward.
Fuck yeah. I saw credits and I walked away.
So our movie ends
Go,
with
Ninja,
them
go.
facing the bullies again in the exact same outfits that one day of school that they were at.
They suffer
which
from
they'll save day.
the Simpsons dilemma. One shirt, one pair of one outfit.
We have a ninja outfit and a non-ninja outfit.
We don't have, cops don't make a lot of money, buddy.
You know what I mean?
Dad, when you put the gun down, you're scaring us.
Dad, you're supposed to be reading to us. I am, guys. You all need to listen.
We would be 4 ninjas if you didn't accidentally shoot our brother last year.
Bang Bang had it coming.
No, Grandpa named him Brainless.
That was, he named him posthumously, though, you know?
I never gave
Call
him
him
a
Rigor
nickname.
Mortis.
See, that's a dark movie. That's
Yeah, but
Call him Bladder.
they fight the bullies, and the bullies, they fight the biggest bully with the pit bull shirt, and they kick his ass, and the rest of them run off and don't take their bikes. They leave all the bikes behind. So now Emily's like, "You can show off. Great job."
Yeah,
And that ends our
She's-
movie.
she's his handler, man.
Yeah.
She
She's like,
let him
"Yes,
out of the cage.
time to kick some ass for me.
Go ahead, John Wick. You can kill. You've got permission now.
get him, Rocky. Sing it, boy.
The high table approves.
Yeah, table approves.
Your brother Splatter would have loved this.
The Hi-Ya Council. Splatter.
That's
Splatter,
the movie,
known as
though.
Brainless, known as Dead Meat, known as,
AKA,
Brother, depressant.
known
AKA
as Sniff
Dad's,
One.
AKA Dad's accident.
AKA swept under the rug. He was out there practicing karate, blew his brains out with his chakra.
Too much power.
A Kami, no
aka,
longer a son.
House Pop.
Huh?
The house.
House Pop.
Oh,
You know, like
on
Desk
the gun.
Pop. House Pop.
Jesus. Oops. Oops. Oh, well. Should stop drinking in the day.
The weird thing is, Dad still points gun at us even after this.
He
Just
keeps
point the
pointing the
gun's not
gun
the
at us,
problem.
and he'll go, "I hope you learned your lesson." And we're like, "Dad,
Yeah, you think you can dodge this, Rocky? You little shit.
Tom,
Oh,
Tom,
you
we
can
know
dunk
better
at
over
5'1"?
there."
Whatever.
Tom, you take Dad's oatmeal cookies again. Chop
I
us
think
That's
out.
it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's the film.
that is the film.
We learned a lot.
I am just gonna tell you, I still really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a fun watch.
Go
It was-
ninja, go ninja, go, go, go. I don't know why I'm doing.
It
Yeah,
was
I do.
somewhat pointless. It didn't really come together at all, and I still liked it because I think it was just fun. They made a movie to have fun, and they had fun. There was no children being sexually abused.
That, you know what? That is a win in itself. It really is.
Yeah, but the problem is,
No, there's no yeah.
you know what?
but.
I don't
There's no
actually
yeah,
want to finish
but.
that sentence.
Don't segue with that. Start a whole new thing, man. Don't transition with it.
What's the problem, Matt?
I haven't seen fear in that little girl's eyes.
I was really hoping Emily had a dark past.
I thought one of the kids were gonna be named Victim. I don't.
And you shall be me too.
God, Puka Fedry's so bad. Me too. It took me a second.
Meet your new
Tell
enemy,
us a good
Harvey
story,
Weinstein.
Just when you spell it out, put the hashtag in front of it.
It's the only way
It'll
to
be
get the
really
people.
good 40 years from now.
for a minute, and then it's gonna fall
It'd be
apart.
forgotten.
It'll come back.
But yeah, we usually give these grades out of 10, right?
Yeah. Usually you give it a weird decimal, and I feel like that's coming.
Okay, well, first of all,
Thank you, Matt. That's like the equivalent of Brett's insert intro here now. Thank you.
which, by the way, I forgot to do. Insert intro here.
Oh,
Oh no, it's all bad.
Brandon, I'll let you lead the way on this one.
it's good, stupid, fun. I will say
Remember
there's
what it
moments-
is. It's a kid's
Yeah,
movie.
there is, but there are moments that drop me out of it a bit because the kids start to get grating. They're not as easy to deal with as they were when we were children, of course.
would
But I
agree.
love the Californians, man.
Mm-hmm.
I want more of them. I'll have to give it a 7 because it was just enjoyable for me.
Damn.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
What
would've-
was like Crunchy one?
What?
Give an idea of like another, or not Jesus, Munchie one. Like what would you put Munchie one at out of 10?
I don't know, man. See, the other problem with this rating system always is you ask me in a month,
an
and it's gonna
enjoyability.
change. It's going to
Yeah.
change. But Munchie one I enjoy. It's less than this one. This one is a little goofier. It's a nice hour and a half. There's not as much as that I feel like we might be on a porn set, you know? So
I
there's
appreciate
that in its favor.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's not Book of Henry. How long was that fucking movie? That was 2 hours?
Book of Henry, it felt like it was like 2.5 hours.
I still
think it
feel
was.
like I'm watching that thing
The-
in
you
my head
are.
right now.
Every
Is
Time
that
is a
ballet?
flat
watching
circle.
it, you'll never forget it.
But now this one, I'll give it a 7. Enjoyable, and if there was more of the 3 Californians, I would absolutely love this thing, like in a weird, crazy way.
Home Alone with drugged out Californians.
I'm with you. I would have given it a 7, and then Matt called me out on my decimal stuff. And I thought about the 3 pain in the ass or awesome surfer dudes. So I'm going to go 7.7 with film included.
Damn, that's good.
Enjoyability factor for a kids movie, 7.7. I'm happy with that.
I do.
I'm
The
actually
rating
going to
system
go
is already convoluted.
I
Why are
really-
we adding fucking decimals?
because that's how scores work. And also, I really was gonna give it a 6-7, and then Brandon said 7, and I'm not. This is my movie, so I'm gonna give it a higher grade than Brandon
You're
did.
damn right it is.
That's
Tum
fair.
Tum.
You gotta
no.
stick to your guns. I'm unborn in this film. I
Whoa.
don't even get a nickname. They stopped at Tum Tum. I'm just unwanted.
Unwanted, yeah,
Mistake.
mistake.
Expensive. Budget breaker.
The first no, what you are is the first kid they actually wanted.
He's just Matt. We love him.
We're ready for you.
Well, Matt, you
We
want to
spent-
go practice?
we
Mom,
spent
look at the
years
firing
training.
Yeah, Mom looked at Dad and she was like, "We should have a kid, like an actual kid that we
Like
want.
one
we
that we
should,
like.
we should
like-
plan this.
I'll plan
Like,
one. And guess what? I'm gonna love him like my own.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna like let his weird grandpa teach him ninja stuff. I'm just gonna like put him in like
and for
football
us, it
and
was weird.
firing
Grandma
range.
teach him. I don't know what grandma.
manipulative
Freaks.
stuff.
Yeah, hypercritical
Freaks.
but passive aggressive stuff.
Oh yeah, it looks like you did great with what you had. Oh yeah, I know.
How big is being critical?
I would give this film.
Damn
to be
you,
critical.
Dorothy!
Yeah, I'm gonna give this film a 7 out of 10.
What?
Yeah, I
Go,
think it's
ninja,
actually a
go,
really fun
ninja,
kid
go,
film.
Go.
Where the were you hiding this the whole time?
Oh yeah, no, I mean we were just gonna talk crap
You
about it, but for a
withholding
kid film,
son of a
Yeah, hey, I
bitch.
don't. Brett forgets our whole model we run off of.
No, I knew you liked it, but Matt acted
No.
like he was displeased. the
We
whole
watch
time.
movies usually
I
to
thought it
shit
was-
on them throughout. It's not like
Yeah,
that.
no, I thought it was a good kid film. Like, it reminds me a lot of like '90s kid films that I grew up watching.
Which
Even though I miss this one
these
somehow.
kind are so much more enjoyable versus modern
They
day.
are.
A, because you're right, it would be more like a CW fucking.
These kids would be like 21 years old, but they say they were 14.
Yeah,
They would have the face
and they would
of
be
a
dealing with
fucking,
like 20-year-old problems.
And-
a model, but they'd be like,
Yeah.
"You don't know what I went through," and I'm like, "What the fuck do you go through?" All right,
Emily would have been like some thick girl, and they'd be like, you know, just like it would have all changed.
Every scene, each character has to have one quip. That would be that's another modern filmmaking thing. I will say though, we didn't mention this, but I hated the soundtrack to this film. It might be because
Unforgettable.
I listened to it like blasting on headphones, and it was rough. There's a part I'm pretty sure they took from Halloween, like the Halloween scene. Yeah, it plays something super similar to that at one point in the film. I was like, that's not supposed to be there. Like, but no, 7 out of 10.
Look at that. We all did it.
We're so
It's a good movie. I liked it. Is this where we usually end it, Brendan? Or should we do some kind of signing off? Thanks for listening to the podcast, everyone. Catch us next time when we watch.
You do like an inside baseball, but that's not beneficial when you do that. This is why we should brainstorm before.
Well, just edit that, right?
That means I gotta work more. Hey, here's a
Oh,
note.
no, let it go. I know what he's going to say. Brendan did a lot of work on that last one, asked us to listen to it and point out spots that needed to be edited, and none of us said anything.
3 times I've brought it up. 3.
That's fair. That's fair.
But this
Okay,
is, catch us on our next episode. Do we have anything lined up that we want to announce just randomly? An episode. Anybody
It's
want to do
Brett's.
it?
It's a
Anybody
Brett
wanna,
film next.
Take
This
the
was a
plunge?
Brett film.
Yeah, I
Except
know
this
you
is a
haven't
Brandon
really.
film.
You've not had a lot of input lately, Brett. So you can have a second one.
3 Ninjas Kickback. I'm just kidding.
God
Son of a
no.
bitch.
No.
Those surf ninjas.
I
Surf
want to
kids.
go out on a high note.
Do I, though?
I'm not allowed to pick films anymore.
I mean, they work in a way, Matt. I don't know. I still have some, like, sometimes when I go to sleep at night, I think about fuck Matt.
That
fuck.
Night Breeder one or whatever. I was thinking about that one all the time.
Yeah,
I
when
will say-
so when I'm bored with my life and I'm just staring at the wall or something, I'm like, well, it's still better than that last night.
Yeah, I don't have a movie idea.
And then-
I actually don't even want to pick. Honestly,
That's all right. We'll
Well,
take
I
a
have
break.
one.
Okay,
What?
We'll let Brett pick.
What?
I said
No.
I have one whenever I get a pick again.
just pick.
You know what, Matt? Go.
Sure, it's called D-War, which stands for Dragon.
What? What?
It's a America South Korean collaboration
God
action.
Damn it!
It's like fantasy film. And I'm pretty sure
This
I
is-
watched this many years ago.
I
because
feel like there's
happened
a
to see, like, a
generational gap
poster.
between what you want and what I want in this world. Kids these days. How old are you, Matt?
Oh my god, am I 30? I'm
Is
30.
it called D-War?
You
Also
say
known
it's
as
a
Dragon
South
Wars.
Korean mix, but every cast member I'm looking at is not Korean.
Oh,
I think
did
part of
they
it takes
did
place in New York.
A riff tracks on this.
Did they?
It's
Oh, I'm gonna have
showing
to
it,
watch it
yeah.
then.
Oh my God, it's got Craig Robinson from The Office in it.
Oh, Daryl.
God. Oh God.
All right. Catch us
Yeah.
next time.
Dragon Wars. Catch us next time on Last Night We Dragon Warred.
Gross.
Hi,
All right.
yeah.
Signing off.